Prerequisites of a valid custom. Custom. In a legal context, custom refers to the practices and traditions of society that have become legal over time. When a specific law exists that is consistent and widely used in society, it becomes law. Customs reflect society's behavior and expectations, creating norms and standards that guide interaction. Customs are considered legal when they comply with the rules, are widely accepted, and meet certain requirements, are appropriate and do not contradict established laws. The legislature often covers legislative or non-legislative matters, provides a flexible framework for conflict resolution and respectful relations with the government. Certain areas of land ownership or marriage, for example, may be legal if followed and tolerated by organized communities. The rule of law is still an important part of the law in many jurisdictions, blurring the gap between formal laws and the realities of everyday life. Definitions of custom. Here are few definitions of custom. Sir Henry Maine. Custom is the great ancestor of every sort of law, whether religious or civil. Roscoe Pound. Custom is the overt behavior of the legal order. Black's Law Dictionary. Custom is a practice or rule of conduct that, over time, has come to be regarded as obligatory and is therefore followed by the members of a community. Merriam-Webster's Dictionary of Law. Custom refers to the established pattern of behavior that can be objectively verified within a particular social setting. Types of customs. Customs come in different types that reflect the practices and traditions of the society. These traditions reflect the depth of culture and the role culture plays in creating legal and social norms. Here are some common types of custom. 1. Conventional customs. These are everyday practices that become customary due to their regular use. Examples include greetings, etiquette, and social norms that guide daily interactions. 2. Ritualistic customs. Rituals and ceremonies, often tied to religious or cultural beliefs, form this category. Wedding ceremonies, funerals, and religious observances fall under ritualistic customs. 3. Social customs. These customs regulate social behavior, including expectations for proper conduct and interactions within a society. Greetings, table manners, and courtesy norms are examples. 4. Marital customs. Customs surrounding marriage, such as dowries, bridal showers, and engagement traditions, vary widely across cultures and reflect deep-rooted social values. 5. Property customs. Norms related to property ownership, inheritance, and land use fall under this category. These customs can influence legal frameworks and property rights. 6. Trade customs. In commercial contexts, practices related to business transactions, warranties, payment terms, and trade standards are considered trade customs. 7. Legal customs. Some customs have evolved into legally recognized norms. These can include local regulations, customary land rights, and communal ownership practices. 8. Religious customs. Rituals, observances, and behaviors associated with religious beliefs fall into this category. Prayer practices, fasting, and pilgrimage customs are examples. 9. Cultural customs. Customs unique to specific cultures, including language use, traditional clothing, and art forms, contribute to a community's identity. 10. Family customs. Norms governing family relationships, roles, and responsibilities, such as naming conventions and parental roles, are considered family customs. 11. Ethical customs. Customs that reflect ethical values and moral principles within a community, guiding behaviors and decision-making, belong to this type. 12. Educational customs. Customs related to education systems, learning methods, and student-teacher relationships form this category. 13. Health and wellness customs. Practices related to health, healing, and well-being, such as herbal remedies or traditional healing methods, fall under this type. 14. Customary laws. Some customs evolve into recognized legal norms that address specific issues not covered by written laws, especially in areas like family, property, and inheritance. 15. Sporting and recreational customs. Customs related to sports, games, and recreational activities can be deeply embedded in cultural practices. Prerequisites of a valid custom. For a custom to be recognized as a valid source of law, certain conditions need to be met. These conditions ensure that the custom is well established, reasonable, and aligns with societal norms. Below is a detailed description of the prerequisites. Long-term. Good traditions must have a history of being implemented consistently over a period. This timeline shows that the tradition has undergone many social changes and remains relevant. A temporary practice may not have the necessary cultural weight to become a valid policy. 2. General practice. A widely accepted practice will be more effective. If a large part of a community follows a tradition, it shows the importance and influence of this tradition in the formation of culture. Exclusion or niche practices do not have the widespread recognition necessary for the creation of good traditions. 3. Relevance. An effective policy should be effective in terms of usefulness and usability. Cannot be arbitrary or unreasonable. Courts consider whether conduct is fair, unfair, or unreasonable. 4. Consistency. Courts look for consistency in the application of the practice. The fact that implementation is carried out regularly, without significant changes, means that there is good understanding and its potential as a valid policy is strengthened. Correct. People must be aware of the custom and its implications. If the existence or parameters of the custom are vague or uncertain, it becomes difficult for courts to apply it consistently. 6. Compliance with law. Customs may not conflict with existing laws or established legal standards. Customs may not act illegally or contrary to public policy. Privatizations will not be considered valid if they are contrary to legal standards. 7. It should not be offensive. Customs should not be offensive, unfair, or uncultural. It should not violate generally accepted moral rules or public morality. 8. No judgment. If the court has already recognized or condemned the custom will not be implemented as law. Disagreement indicates that the customs do not comply with norms and traditions. 9. No written law. A valid law occurs when there is no existing law regulating the same subject. Customs cannot be used to bypass or violate established laws. Continuity. Custom must continue even if written laws change. If a custom loses its validity or disappears over time, its legal status may diminish.